and welcome to the Feel Good Fall Challenge. I'm so happy that you're here. Before we get started, I did want to let you know that there is a Spotify playlist linked down in the description that you can listen to alongside this class. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. Coming all the way down to our mat, let's find a comfortable seated position. Whatever that looks like for you, you can go cross-legged, legs out in front of you. If you prefer to sit in a long butterfly, that works great too. We'll take the hands right to the tops of our legs and give me one big roll of the shoulders to open up through the chest. I want you to feel as if your shoulder blades are sliding down and back. We're anchoring the hips down into the mat. Let's take 4 deep breaths from right here. It's an inhale to breathe in through your nose, fill the body up with air. Think about expanding through the rib cage from side to side and front to back. And then we can exhale out, let all of that air go. For 3 more like that. Big inhale. And then exhale out, let things go. Good, we'll go for 2, big inhale. Exhale out as you let things go. Ooh, this will be our last one, big inhale. And exhale out, let everything go. Awesome. With your last exhale, let's bring things up into a tabletop position. Both of your knees will come underneath your hips. Both of your hands will come down to the mat, wrist underneath the shoulders. I want you to spread your fingertips out wide onto your mat. Pressing into the fingertips, pressing into the knuckles and the heels of the hands. Think about pressing up and away from your mat, pulling your rib cage up and in. From here, we take an inhale as we arch at the back. You'll open up through your chest, draw the shoulder blades together. On an exhale, you'll curve your spine up, looking towards the tops of your legs, pointing the crown of your head down. I want you to hold this curve in your back as you send your hips backwards towards your heels. On an inhale, you'll pull things forward and then come out of that rounded back into an arch. For 3 more, big exhale, curve the spine like you're an angry cat. Hold the curve, reach hips to heels, pull things forward, and then arch the back. We'll go for 2. And then last one, curving the spine, reaching hips to heels, taking things forward, and then one final time arching at the back. Beautiful. From right there, let's come back through to a tabletop position, shoulders still stacked on top of the hips. I want you to keep your left knee down, and if this is your first time with me, I'm mirroring you, so if that throws you, just do what's going to work for you. Left leg is going to lift up. I want you to flex your foot, maintain a bend at your knee. From here, we open the right knee out towards the right side of the room, opening up at the hip. You'll pull the right knee towards the elbow and then push the right leg back up. 3 more, we're only going in this direction for 3. Beautiful, for 2. Good. And then last one. Good. With your last one, right knee comes down. Same thing on the left side. Lifting the left leg up, bending the knee, flexing the foot. You're opening the left knee out towards the left side of your room, pulling the knee towards the elbow, and then pushing the left leg back up. For 3 more, it's 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. With your last one, your left knee is going to come down in line with your right. I want you to reach your hips back towards your heels. Bring yourself up into a seated position. And from right here, we'll take an inhale as we reach the arms up overhead. You can press your chest forward just slightly, finding a little bit of an arch at the back. Good. We'll take things back through center. Let's drop the right hand down, reach the left arm up overhead. Nice big side body stretch. Beautiful. We'll inhale as we come up through center. Same thing over towards the left, taking the left hand down, reaching the right arm up. Good. We'll come all the way back up through center. And from right here, let's take the legs out from underneath us. We'll come right about into the center of our mat. Feet will open up so that they're about hips distance apart. All right. Hands come to the hamstrings. You're going to open up at the elbows. Press your chest forward. Reach the crown of your head up. We'll take an exhale as we draw in from the center of the body. Think about finding a curve in your spine, maybe getting a little bit lighter through the hands. Good. Inhale once you get about halfway. And then exhale, you're going to pull in from the belly button, bring your hips and rib cage closer towards each other as you sit things back up. We'll move for 3 more like that. We bring it down. Inhale and then exhale, take it up. We'll go for 2. Good. Inhale and then exhale, take it up. And then last one, we bring it down. Beautiful. Once you come back up to seated, right hand stays where it's at behind the hamstring. Left hand is going to walk over to meet the right. I want you to open your chest up towards the right side of your room, pressing the left hand into the right leg to find that rotation. From here, it's the same movement we just did. You're drawing in from the belly button. You're curving the spine back as you roll down about halfway. Don't pull on the hamstring, just a gentle touch. Inhale here, exhale as you take it back up. For 3 more, inhale and then exhale, bring it down. Good, inhale, exhale, bring it right back up. We're going for 2, keep moving nice and slow. Sometimes that's the hardest thing about Pilates is maintaining a slow and controlled pace. Good, we'll go for 1 more on this one. When you find your halfway point, I want you to hold it right here. See if you can press a little bit more over towards the right side of your room without your feet or your hips following you. Left hand stays where it's at. Right hand comes away from the leg. You're going to reach the right arm out. Okay, take an inhale as you open the right arm. Reach it so it goes back behind you, opening up through the chest just a little bit more. Good, exhale as we bring the right hand back in. You'll do that 3 more times. Open things up. Good, for 2, nice and slow. First day of the challenge, we're just easing into things. No need to get wild. Last one, we open up. And then take it all the way back in. Right hand finds its way behind the hamstring. Really gently, we'll roll ourselves back up to seated and take that same thing on the other side. Left hand comes to the hamstring. Right hand meets itself on the left leg. You're opening up to the left side of your room. Inhale right here. Exhale as you draw in from the belly button, finding this big C curve through your spine, rolling yourself off of your hips. Big inhale and exhale as you bring it right back up. For 3 more like that, we inhale and then exhale, take it down. Good, inhale, exhale, bring it up. We'll go for 2. And then last one. On this one, you're coming down about halfway. I'm gonna scoot over this way so that I don't hit the wall as we move. We're coming down halfway. You're holding right here, pressing evenly into both of the hips, pressing evenly into both of the feet. Your right hand stays where it's at. You're gonna open up through your chest just a little bit more. Left hand disconnects from the leg. You're going to reach the left arm, so it goes out in line with the shoulder. I totally remember what we did. You'll inhale, open up through the left arm, reach it back. Exhale as you bring things back in. Okay, for 3 more, we reach back and then bring it in. All the while keeping the knees, keeping the knees in the same place, keeping the feet in the same place. We're supported in the hips. Let's go for 1 more. We open up. Good. Bring the arm in. It can find its way behind the left leg. You're going to roll all the way back up through center. Beautiful. Once you get right here, your arms are going to reach out in front of you. 1 more thing we'll do in this position. Give me a big inhale as you sit up tall. Exhale as you draw belly button in towards the spine. Slowly you start to roll down. And again, we're just going about halfway. Good. Inhale here. Exhale as you roll things up. We're pushing the fingertips forward. Good, and as you continue to come up, we're going to lift the arms so they come up overhead. So once you come up to seated, you have a tall line from the fingertips to the shoulders to the hips. Good. Inhale right here, and then exhale as you roll things back. You lower the arms down so they come in line with the shoulders. Inhale right about here. Exhale as you roll it up. Start to lift the arms. Let them help you come up into this tall spine. Good. Let's go for 3 more. We bring it down. Good, we'll go for 2. Awesome. And then last one, we bring it down just about halfway. Inhale here. Exhale as you bring things all the way back up. Good. Reach the arms up, press the chest forward, little baby back bend. Good. And then when you're ready, hands come down by your sides. We'll bring the legs together. Let's roll over onto our right hip. You'll bend at the knees and we'll lay all the way down onto our right side. You can make a little pillow for your head with your bicep. That's what I like to do. You can take your left hand right in front of you and then check in with the right side of the body. We're trying to press up and away from the mat. Imagine that you're giving yourself a hug or give yourself a hug. You're gently pulling the right side of your body up off of the mat. From here, your hips are stacked, your knees are stacked, your feet are stacked. We're going to take the left leg, lift it up so it goes in line with the hip, point through your toe. On an inhale, I want you to bring your knees so that they touch each other, kicking your foot up towards the ceiling, like your knees are kissing. We'll lift back up, and then you're going to bring the toes together, opening up at the knee. And you'll keep moving like that. We come through center, we'll go knees together, lift up, we go toes together, okay? And it might feel a little bit funky. That's okay. I'm trying to move you through all of the hip rotations. There is a reason that I have you warm up the way that you do, that I have you move through those circles in the hips. Let's go for 6 more. It'll be 6. For 5. For 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Good. With your last one, you can let the left leg rest on top of the right. You're going to reach your legs so they go out towards the top left corner of your mat. So legs a little bit forward of the rest of the body, still lifted up and away right here. Left hand can stay in front of you. We're going to lift the left leg up. I want you to point at your toe. On an inhale, you start to bend the knee, shooting the knee forward as you pull the toe towards the inside of your right knee. On an exhale, you slide the left leg back out. You'll keep moving from there. We pull the knee in, and then we slide the leg out. Good. Bring things in, and then slide things out. Good. I think I'm going to call this class full body workout for healthy hips. Healthy, happy hips. Just kidding. I'm going to call it day 1 of the Feel Good Fall Challenge. Good. If you guys have not met me before, hi, I'm Margaret. Obviously, I'm a Pilates instructor. I'm a personality-driven Pilates instructor, so my teaching style is very fun and casual, and you'll get to know a lot about me as we move through this challenge. If you're new here, I'm happy that you're here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Good. We'll go for 4. For 3. Good. For 2. Last one, you're bending the left knee in, shooting your knee forward. From right here, we keep the knee bent. You're going to open up through the left leg, shooting the knee up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you close the left leg back down. Nothing else moves aside from the left leg. We open up. Good. And then take it back down. If you feel a little bit wobbly on the bottom hip, what I want you to do right here is bend your bottom leg in. See if that helps you to feel a little bit more stable. Usually it does. But I want you to try it for yourself. See how it feels. Good. And we're moving slowly and with control. I always like a slow 4-count pace as we move through class. Oh no, I'm nervous. My hip is already shaking. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more right here. Let's go 3. For 2. You're doing good. And then last one. Good. With your last one more thing we're doing here. You bring your knee so it's back in front of your hip. You can keep your toe pointed. You're giving me an inhale to kick your left leg forward and then bend your knee, pull things back in. Nothing from the hip to the knee is going to move. You're just moving from the knee down to your big toe. You'll kick and bend. Good. We won't do a lot. We won't do a lot. Let's go for 4. Although it probably feels like a lot. This will be 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. With your last one, your left leg can come down to rest on top of your right leg. Give your hip a little bit of a tap. Usually that helps us at least feel like we're releasing some tension. From right here, we're going to roll things over as gracefully as we can so that we're face down onto our mat. Now from right here, we start to get into the backside body, opening your feet up so that they are about mat's distance apart, pressing down into the front of your hips. Hands come down in front of you, forearms are just outside of the rest of your body. We'll drop the chest, drop the head. From here, we exhale, press into the hands, press into the forearms. You lift your chest, lift your gaze. If you'd like to, you press up a little bit higher, lifting the front of the hips. On an inhale, we slowly lower things all the way back down towards the mat. 3 more like that. Big exhale as we press up, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale as you bring everything back down. Good, we'll go for 2. And then last one. Good, everything comes back down towards the mat and we'll add on from right there. Okay, from here, we're pressing into the right hand. As you start to lift up through your chest, you're going to reach your left arm out and you may have to come up a little bit higher in order to get the left arm up. Inhale as we bend at the elbows, left arm comes down. You bring it all the way back to the mat. Same thing, other side. We press into the left side. As we lift the chest, you reach the right arm out. Inhale as you take everything down. We'll do 3 more each side. Left arm lifts. And then we bring it home. And you don't have to get up super high. You can come right here, reaching the arm, lifting the chest, keeping the opposite forearm down. We'll go for 2. And 2. Last one. Good, maybe you can get up higher with each rep. Last one. Beautiful. Everything comes down, your chest will come down. You'll bring the legs together, hands under the shoulders, press yourself all the way up, and then reach your hips back to your heels, finding a child's pose. Good. Take a big inhale. And then exhale out as you let things go. Good. When you're ready, we're hitting that same series over on the other side. So you can come right to the center of your mat. We'll come down onto our left hip and then you'll lay all the way down onto the left side of your body. Remember, we start with the knees bent. So we'll go hips stacked, knees stacked, feet stacked. You're just resting really gently onto the left bicep. Okay, imagine you're giving yourself a hug. You're lifting up and away from the mat, pulling that side body away. If there is not a physical space, that's okay. That's not really what's important. It's just engaging and thinking about what's happening right here through the side body. Right hand can come in front of you. We'll keep the right knee bent. Lift the knee in line with the hip. You're going to inhale, bring the knees together. Exhale, lift back up through center. And then inhale, you can tap the feet together. Take it through center. We inhale, tap the knees, open up, and then tap the feet. Good. Tap the knees, lift, and then tap the feet. Tap the knees, and then tap the feet. Good. We're doing 6 more here. I keep almost saying we're and will at the same time, and it is getting a little bit confusing for my brain. Anyway. Okay, we'll call this 4, even if it's not. Stick with me. Counting is not my strong suit. You'd think I'd be better at it for the amount of times I do it. This is 3 and 3. We'll go 2 and 2. Last one. Ooh, and then last one. Good. We bring the leg up in line with the hip. Let it rest down onto your left leg. Take a second, take a breather. We're going to reach the legs so they go out towards the top right corner of the mat. Flex through both of your feet, especially that bottom foot, pressing into the outside edge of your foot. We lift the right leg up. You're going to point through your toe. Take an inhale as you bend the knee. Pull your right foot towards the inside of your left knee. And then exhale, you slide your leg back out. Now you're still moving at a slow and controlled pace. Like I said earlier, that is oftentimes the hardest thing about doing Pilates. So especially if it's your first time doing Pilates ever, or it's your first time doing Pilates with me, I want you to challenge yourself to just move a little bit slower. Okay. Pilates is all about moving with precision, moving with control. And oftentimes when we pick up the pace or we just move faster than we should be, we lose a lot of the, I don't want to say the benefits of the movement, but we lose a lot of the muscle engagement, right? So when we slow things down, we can better think about and visualize what's happening in the body. Okay, I'm all about helping you become more body aware, become more comfortable in your body, and to just kind of know what's going on. Okay, to know what your range of motion is, to know how you can push it on any certain day. Let's go 3 more like this. We'll go for 3 because my hip is starting to burn. We'll go for 2. You're doing good. Last one, we bend at the knee. You're going to pull it in, hold it right here. Okay, when you're ready, we keep the knee bent. It's a big exhale as you open the knee up, shooting your knee up towards the ceiling. Inhale as we bring everything right back down. Good, big exhale, we open things up. Inhale as we take it right back down. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, as I open things up, my glute is like screaming at me. I never want to put words in your mouth, but that's how I'm feeling, just so that you know, so you feel like you're not in this alone. I'm right here with you. Okay, let's go for 3 more. That feels like enough. We'll go 3. I'm like screaming in my mind. This is 2. Good. And then last one. Good. Your right knee is coming back down in line with your hip. If you need a second, you're going to take a second. From here, you kick your leg forward and then bend the knee, pull it right back in. Remember, we're trying to keep the top half of the leg stationary. Stationary. You're going to see this as we continue to move through the challenge. So many of the exercises that we do, we're just moving through one little part of our body and trying to keep everything else stationary. We're going for 4 more. 4. For 3. 2. Oh, and then last one. Good. With your last one, you're letting the right leg come down on top of the left, giving your hip, again, a little bit of a tap, taking a second, taking a breath. You're doing good. From right here, again, we're going to roll over so that we come face down onto our mat, hands underneath the shoulders, legs are squeezing together. We'll take a big exhale as you press yourself up to modified plank. Knees are staying down. We exhale, tuck the tailbone, reach hips towards the heels, press the chest towards the tops of the legs. Inhale as you pull things forward. We'll bend at the elbows, lower all the way down towards the mat. And we'll keep moving like that. Big exhale, press up and away. Inhale, hips go to the heels. Good. Exhale, we bring it forward. Inhale, bend at the elbows as you lower down. All right, we're moving through this. this 5 more times. It's 5. It's okay if you can't get your chest all the way down for 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. We'll go all the way back, hips to heels. Press the chest down towards the tops of your legs, pressing into the heels of your hands, getting a little bit of traction from underneath the armpits. We'll take a big inhale, fill everything up with air. Exhale out as you let things go. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll bring things up into a tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You can press the tops of your feet down into the mat as well. We'll take an inhale as we sway the hips over towards the right. I want you to look over your right shoulder, back towards the right hip, squeezing the right side of the body together, opening up through the left. Inhale as we take things through center. And then you can bring it over to the other side, swaying the hips to the left, looking over the left shoulder, squeezing through the left side, opening up through the right. Good. We'll take it back through center. Let's do that one more time, each side over to the right. Just imagine you're a dog looking at your tail. Bring it back through center. It's a weird visual, but it gets the point across. Good. We'll take things back through center. I want you to walk your hands back in towards your knees. Once you get into a seated position, you're going to swing the legs out from underneath you. Hips down on the mat, feet out in front of you. You'll take your hands behind you and press up and away from your mat. Right foot stays down. We'll cross left ankle over the top of the knee. And I want you to press your chest pretty close towards the legs. If you'd prefer to take this stretch laying all the way down on the mat, go ahead and take it there, okay? If you feel like you would want to do a little bit more, you're going to take this whole shape, and without moving your right hip, you're going to tilt this whole shape over towards the right. Okay, you can roll out onto the outside edge of the right foot. You'll probably feel more of a release through the outside of the left hip. Good. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale out as we let things go. When you're ready, you take things back through center. We'll uncross the left ankle, bring the left foot to the mat, and then cross the right ankle over the top of the knee. Again, we're pressing up and away from the mat, opening up through the chest, rolling the shoulders down and back. If you need a little bit less, you just walk your foot away from you. Okay. If you'd like to do more and you're ready to do so, let's take this whole shape and just tilt it over towards the left. Think about rolling out onto the outside edge of the left foot. Good. Finding a release through the outside of the right hip. How does that feel? We'll take a big inhale. Exhale out as we let things go. Good. Exhale as you bring everything through center. We'll uncross through the right ankle, and I want you to slide your left leg out to straight, pull the right foot towards the inner thigh on your left leg. Okay, so we've got a 4 shape through the legs. You're going to reach your arms so they go out to T, and you can kind of twist over so that you're squared off to your bent knee. We inhale as we shift the left hand towards the inside of the left leg. You'll reach the right arm up and over, opening up through the right side of the body, finding space from hip to armpit to middle finger. Good. When you're ready, you'll take things up through center and we'll swap it over to the other side. I'm going to flip around this way, but you can stay exactly where you're seated. Right leg goes out, left foot pulls in towards the inner thigh on that right side. Arms go out to T. We shift it over towards the right, reaching the hand towards like the inside of your foot, towards the inner thigh, whatever's going to work, lifting the left arm up overhead. This does not have to be a big range of motion. I know a lot of you freak out when you see stretches and you see that I am flexible. I'm flexible because I work at it a lot, right? So if you're just starting with Pilates or you're just starting to train your flexibility, you don't have to look like this. You can come right here and that's perfect. That's perfect. That's the same movement. Good. When you're ready, you take things all the way up through center. You can pull the right leg in to meet the left. Take any other stretches you feel like you need, and you are all finished with me for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. If you did, as always, please let me know down in the comments. Remember, if you're doing the challenge, whether you're doing 15 days or 25 days, I have a challenge tracker bingo card for you. I'll link that down in the description for you. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you tomorrow.